Welcome back, my horde, to a Loki podcast. No, fuck it. It's pretty much going to be what it is. First, before we get into the podcast, too deep, when we were going to watch the first episode of it, I had jokingly called it a, hey, me and my wife are going to watch this, cop drama that's going to be, about, I can't remember exactly the words I said, but I know I called it a cop drama, and I know I called it Low, as in L-O-W, and then space Key, K-E-Y.
Yeah, it was going to be a low-key show.
Yeah. So, it's a cop drama called Low Key. So, yeah, that was my joke. Before we get into that, is there anything you want to bring up besides?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, I know.
It's too hot.
Yeah. We don't do well in the heat. Oh my god, are you serious about the temperature in this room? Nah, that's not good. I don't like that. It's way too hot in this room. When the sun goes down, I'm opening that goddamn window, and I'm going to actually open up the living room one. We haven't opened up the living room one in a long time because we're afraid of our new, younger cats accidentally trying to get out of it. But I do not give a fuck. We need a breeze going through this house. Oh, I forgot we have another fan. I was talking to a friend. I was saying that, it was pretty hot and they live in the same town. They're like, yeah, it's freaking hot in here. And I'm like, yeah, I have a fan even blowing on me and I'm not too fond of the heat. And she's like, my fan's downstairs. I'm like, well, I've got, 6 fans in my house. And she's like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah. And I realized I actually have 7. Originally, I thought I had 5, but I actually have 7.
I can think of 5 off the top of my head.
There's the office fan, which is what you're touching right now.
Yeah, which we nicknamed Romer, because originally he went wherever we went.
No, we have Romer still. This is legitimately office fan.
Okay.
Romer's in your art room, up top.
Okay.
Because Romer's pink.
And we have the pink one in the bedroom.
Then we have another one in the bedroom.
Yeah.
We have 2 in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 in the living room.
Yeah.
We have 1 in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1 right here, and we have 1 in the art room.
Yeah, there's 1 in the window. Okay.
Yep. I forgot about the one in the kitchen.
To be fair, it's because we have the curtains drawn all the time.
Yeah.
So they're closed.
So yeah, we have a lot of fans in the house. We don't have them all on at the same time. To be fair, we actually turn them off when we're not using them.
Except for today, obviously we're gonna use the one in the living room to pull cold air in.
Which actually we're gonna use 2 in the living room to pull cold air in. Because what we do is we usually set up the one in the window. It's actually blocking the window. It's a box fan, it pulls air in. And then we have another one that rotates, which we're just gonna have it not rotate. It's just gonna point towards the exit of the living room. And then basically that one, then we have the one that in the office, which is going to pull it into the office. And then we have the window open in here. So hopefully it then brushes out that way. If we have to, I'll get Romer and put him in here and put him up top of a bookcase. So he pulls it through that way as well. But I have to wait for another couple hours to do that.
Yep. Because the sun's still out.
Yeah. We have to wait till about 9 or 10 to do it.
Yeah.
But it should cool down this house dramatically.
Most definitely.
Because, yeah, the house is getting a little warm. According to my little thing here, it's freaking, where's 1? Try to read it here, because...
It's backwards?
No, it's only got, a few dots. So it's only got 4 dots between 20 and 30.
Oh, okay.
So, because it only has a few dots between 20 and 30, it can't be that hot in this house, though.
Well, it's currently 26 outside.
Yeah,
So
It's almost saying it's like 26 inside too. Which I don't think it is. Though it is really warm in this general area. Having the fucking 2 TVs and then my computer and all that shit going. So. But yeah, that seems a little ridiculous. It's like 80 Fahrenheit in here apparently. Now, before you start going to the comments like, well, it's hotter here. Yeah, it's hotter in lots of different places. I have a friend who's like living in an area that's like 30s. It's gonna get to like 44 this week or some shit like that. Climate change is a bitch. But the problem is that I'm in the north where it gets to minus 40. So if you can state that it gets to plus 35 and minus 40 wherever you live, congratulations, it sucks.
Yeah, I had to tell that to my coworkers on our meeting today. They're like, it's gonna be... I'm like, it's so hot. They're like, it's gonna be hotter here. I'm like, yeah, but I take the minus 40 weather any day. They're like, oh, that just sounds so disgusting. I'm like...
Yeah.
Any day.
Yeah, it's the thing that most people like don't understand is like the fact that like it gets hot here. Yes, it's got hot everywhere in the fucking world. Some places are worse than others. I definitely agree. But the fact that it gets to a minus 40 weather here as well just tells you how fucking wide of a range it can get here, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
It can almost go from 40 to 40. When it fucking goes to 40 to... theoretically, it does get worse than minus 40. I think it's got to like 44?
With wind chill, it was, I think, minus 45 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So, it's fucking awful. I like the cold more. Don't get me wrong. Because, like I keep explaining to people, if it's cold out, I can just put a blanket on. I can just put fucking... more clothes on. Like, I'm sitting in my fucking shorts right now. Nothing else, just shorts. And I don't want it to be any hotter. Like, what am I going to do when it gets hotter? Am I going to fucking remove more clothing? No, that's not going to help. So, yeah. That's why I always dislike the heat.
Yeah, I think I freak people out, too, when it's winter time. And it is minus, like, 30 to 40. And I'm just, like, wandering around with, like, a hoodie layered on the inside and then a slightly heavier hoodie on the outside. And I'm just like, la, la, la. But...
Well, it's like, when it gets to, like, minus, like, 15, 20 here, there's people walking around with still shorts on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Some people be like that.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah. There's that. What else? I think that's about it for that, really. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're pretty boring people sometimes.
Yeah. We're recording this on a Tuesday. Just as you guys know.
Because we forgot.
Yep. Hoping that not next week, but the week after that, we actually can start having other people be a part of this.
It'll be nice.
Mm-hmm. But, so, yeah, this is where the spoilers are going to start coming in now. Because I think we're done everything besides Loki. So, we'll hit up Loki spoilers and then our outsies. I have forgotten everything about that episode, except for the ending. I'm just going to be straight out. I forgot everything about that episode, except for the ending.
Well, he was trying every which way to try and get either an audience with the Timekeepers, or he was trying to figure a way on how he can, like, get access to stuff he's not supposed to have access to. But I really liked when he proved his point about that said bad Loki, variant Loki that is not him.
Yeah.
When they went to Pompeii, he's like, I am Loki, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, freaking out. And people are just like looking at him like, what the hell is wrong with you? And then like, the volcano goes off and then everyone's running and he's like, nothing matters. I'm like, yes, that is what I need.
Some people commented, because I watch primarily just one like behind, like, you know, their take on it, whatever things you may have missed, stuff like that. One of the guys' takes on that thing is the fact that when he went to when he first the first episode when he landed and he didn't understand the language.
Yeah.
I can't remember where the fuck that was right now.
I want to say it was like near Mongolia or something.
I think it was Mongolia.
The outfits looked right.
Yeah. He couldn't speak the language.
Yeah.
But that he actually speaks, I guess it's Italian or Latin.
I don't know.
But they're saying that maybe he actually had learned it between, realizing that his range doesn't go as far as it could.
Yeah.
That he actually learned the language.
Possibly.
So, yeah, there's that. I don't know if it's true or if he already knew it, because, you know, he knows European languages.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't help that the actor himself knows a lot of languages.
Yeah.
He knows, I think, some Spanish, Italian, Mandarin.
Nope.
And I know he knows some sign language.
Yeah.
British Sign Language.
So, that's, you know, that. But, the ending's pretty much the major thing that I've seen lots of stuff on. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we talk about the ending? No?
The reset charges I was kind of, like, disappointed with, I guess you could say.
Well, we'll get into that, I guess. So, the fact that Lady Loki looks the way that Lady Loki does, and the abilities that Lady Loki has, or what was he called? Randy?
Yeah.
Which we will refer to from this point on as Randy. Because that's what they, I think the show is actually referring to Lady Loki as right now. It's just Randy. So we'll go with Randy for now. And then when in the next episode, if they change her name, we'll go with that. I wonder what a female version of Loki would be. Anyway, moving on. Tammy was not pleased with the fact that she had blonde hair and that she looked the way she did. Until I explained something to Tammy, and then Tammy was like, okay, if they do what you're saying, I'm 100% on board now. Which is the fact that I'm stating that this is actually Loki and Enchantress put together. If you don't know who Enchantress is, well, her name actually legitimately says what she is. She enchants people.
And she's blonde.
Yeah.
And she pairs with Loki quite often.
Yep. She's actually a character that is her and Loki and that fucking guy that was in Ragnarok with the guns. The one that replaced Heimdall.
Oh. I don't remember his name.
That's fine. Those three are actually supposed to be together in most things. So the idea of having Enchantress and Randy as one person instead makes a lot of that more like her abilities and stuff like that. I'm not saying like they're like this isn't supposed to be Loki. It's more like what I'm trying to say is the fact that in her timeline, she learns more of the powers that the Enchantress would have learned, and therefore chooses to be more like that look.
Yeah.
Going with the concept that she goes towards more of like that aspect of her life. Because that's what this whole thing is based off of, if I'm understanding correctly, is the idea that, especially with Loki, that the timelines are everywhere. So, like, because of the, certain aspects, things can change dramatically. Loki could have taken all of his looks because of something that happened. Because you don't know what Loki actually looks like. Loki is a trickster. He changes his appearance. He's brought it up multiple times that he could change it even on a... when he makes copies of himself. He does... God damn it. Didn't mute my TV. Sorry about that. Here, let me just mute my TV now. He, changes a lot of aspects. So it's not unreasonable to think that he chose black hair. Because the fact that Thor was blonde. He picks the complete polar opposite of Thor.
Yeah, but the thing is in all renditions of himself.
Yes, but that's because all those renditions, he's always still paired up with Thor. That's what I'm trying to say. It could be that Lady Loki's whole life is completely different.
Randy.
I know. It could be completely different. So because it could be completely different, it could be that she never had Thor. Or never felt that she had to compete against Thor. Or never felt like that was a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because of all these aspects of things, it literally could be that Randy decided that she was going to look like more towards like Freya. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I'm going with it, because it makes a lot of sense if you think of it as Loki actually legitimately not looking like they chose to look that way. So yeah. As for what Randy did, holy sweet Jesus. Because we don't know, as in we haven't watched the next episode and stuff like that, but by the way that the thing showed it off, it could have been that Randy just basically put an end to every single goddamn event that any hero stopped a villain.
I mean, that does breed the most chaotic outcome.
Yeah.
Because every villain is out for themselves. They're not wanting to team up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And without heroes, they're now unchecked.
Yeah.
Because, one was, the fact that it was the Ego, the planet. So, it could have been that upon when Ego was about to actually, take over every planet and kill every planet, which is what he was going to do at the end of Guardians 2.
Yeah.
When he was doing that, Star-Lord stops him by killing him. But what happens is, as Star-Lord's about to stop him, one of these grenades steps in front of Star-Lord and erases Star-Lord from existence.
Yeah.
If it erases Star-Lord from existence, then literally Ego finishes what he's doing.
Yeah, and then there's when I think one of them was Xandar. One of the points you were saying. Yeah,
one of them was supposed to be Xandar, which was what happened when the Guardians are on the planet. Before
Ronan comes down.
Ronan comes down, all the Guardians are killed. Ronan destroys the planet, fulfilling his goal and winning that war. The other one was freaking apparently Titan, but maybe the actual see that could have been what happens if that was pre or post. So there's lots of little things there that are basically oh my god, the ramifications could be immense. And because these are different timelines, all this would make sense. Because the fact that they're actually supposed to be branching off into different universes.
Yeah.
So, if you know anything about Marvel, you know that in Marvel you have the 616. I believe it's the canon mainstream Marvel. But you also, so it's Universe 616. But you also have Universe 112 or fucking, shit like that. So I don't know if it was actually 112. I'm just using numbers. So you have thousands upon thousands of different universes where different things have happened, like the Ultimate Universe. You have the movie universe. So, yeah. This also could lead to what ifs.
Yeah, it could very well.
It also could lead to two different movies. One being Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And the other one being fuck, what was it? I had it for a second there, and then I forgot. Ant-Man and the Wasp. This could lead to both of those. Also, there's huge rumors. And I don't know how well these rumors are, so take them as rumors. That Spider-Man 3 will also be affected by this. Because it's apparently supposed to bring the other two Spider-Mans to our universe. So we'll actually have like the past two Spider-Mans being in this movie. Now, I don't know how true that is. But it would be interesting. If this TV series had such huge events affected by it.
Yeah, it'd be pretty nuts to use something like that to kind of bring it all together.
And then by the end of it, you have it all smushed back together. And when it smushes back together, you have the Disney MCU. Which would have, you know, X-Men now part of it. X-Men and the Fantastic Four. So. Because that could actually be explaining a lot of things where mutation didn't happen due to the time cops, as I call them.
Yeah, the TVA.
Yeah. If they stopped that from happening. So. Yeah. Even though I think it's like Captain America Civil War that actually indicates that mutants are around.
I was going to say, and not to mention
but
they still have the scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll see. Definitely see how things go. But I think we're going to end this here. It's going to be like about 22, 23 minute episode. It's not that big a deal. That's shorter. As long as you see it within a range. Hopefully we... not next week, but the week after that. Hopefully we can have someone else be a part of these. I have a friend who's moving back and he should want to do these a lot more often.
A super special guest.
Yeah. So, hopefully that will be a thing, because then me, Tammy, and him, at the very least, can jump on board these. And, yeah, he's watching Star Trek Picard. So, I may message him here soon and tell him that wherever he's watching or however he's watching it, to save it for, like, the ending bits for you and me. Figure out what episode he's on. So that you and me can start watching it with him. But we'll see. Anyway, until next time, keep fit and low key.